I gotta say, Parker, you came as advertised. So, I've decided to bring you in on something else. Something big. Look, 200 grand each isn't gonna make any of us rich. But if we all kick in our share as seed money towards the next little piece of business down the line, we all end up with 2 million each.
I guess start off by telling me how the Parker character came your way. What was your first experience?
Come in the way of a script.
In the way of a script, or were you familiar with the books? Or
No, it came from, the good old agent. Then we discover that, Donald Westlake had written, 20-odd books about this character. So, it came with a good pedigree.
Do you let that change your performance in any way? Do you take in as much of the books, or do you consciously stick to the script only?
No, because a director has his own interpretation of that book. And Taylor Hackford comes again with an established pedigree. And you have to respect that interpretation. So you try not to sort of glue yourself to stuff that is not necessary for the film.
I guess start off by telling me what brought you into this.
Taylor Hackford, great director. I'm a fan, and he called for me to come in and talk to him about the movie, and I was like, sure, And after a few minutes of speaking with him, I was just like, hey, I'm in. Let's do it.
I was thinking one of the things that I would think would be appealing to actors for a role like this is that the characters themselves, while they are criminals, are also actors, because you're going to rob something and you're going to dress up as a character.
Yeah. There's a lot of that in this particular movie. A lot of costuming, actually, when I think of it. I'd forgotten that. It's been a year plus, so... there's the clown stuff and the fireman stuff and the wetsuits, and it was there was a lot of clowning around.
May I say you make a terrifying clown?
Yeah, well, that was the point. Yeah, we wanted it to be that haunting clown that,
Sorry. One of the things that's great about the character and the stories is that there is a timeless quality. They're sort of quintessentially of the era they're from, and yet this is a present-day take.
Yeah, I think when the script came our way, it was a little bit dated. Again, you need to try and bring something up to date so the modern audience can sort of relate to it slightly more. So, I don't think it was as appealing to be made as a period piece than something a bit more contemporized.
One of my first questions was, is this going to be heavily stylized? Are we going to go back 50 years, or are we going to go with this, we're going to modernize? And it was the modern telling of it. I hadn't read, the script when I met with Taylor, I don't believe, yet. So, like you say, it's pliable. You could go anywhere with it.
You carry with you such a sense of being a cinematic badass. Is it ever something that you have to overcome to play a role?
I don't know where people think of me as that. It's just these kind of characters are just, they're more in my sweet spot than others, I suppose. And I always find that the thieves and the crooks and the criminals on the other side of the law are more interesting than playing a cop. And I've always found that, and because it's like everything depends upon this one guy, and the story's about him, and can he succeed? Can he get away with it? What's the outcome going to be? So I've always gravitated to these kind of chaps.
Okay, Parker, cards on the table. I'm gonna need the whole score for this next thing. So, if you were me, what would you do with a guy like you?
Divide up the shares and that'll be the end of it.
What if you decided not to do that?
I'd kill him while I had the chance.
Jesus Christ.